Hi guys, and welcome back to Ripton Farm. If you managed to catch the last video, you would have seen us pick up the barn find dumper, which we'd named Daphne. If you haven't managed to see that, then I'll put a link in the description so you guys can go and check that out. Finally, if you haven't already, please consider liking and subscribing so you don't miss out on any future videos. So the only thing our new dumper didn't come with was one of these. Starting handle, which I have managed to pick up second hand from a yard in Essex. Now, me being me, I got to looking around the guy's yard, and just for this handle he wanted £15, but for £40 total, he said he'd also throw in this, which is a whole nother supposedly working AVA1 Petter engine. Now, it has seen better days. You can see it's absolutely caked in oil and grease. And there is a few big cracks in the flywheel housing. But apparently it did run when it was stored. So if we can't get that compression issue sorted on Daphne's engine, then at least we now have a spare. Because this should fit with some minor adjustments. It also does come with this exhaust that alone was about £40 new online. So I feel like we've got a pretty good deal there, considering we've got the rest of this and the starting handle. But let's ignore this engine for now, and I'm going to keep that for a separate video later on. We'll see if we can get that running. We'll do a service on it, maybe clean it up, and then maybe just flip it, sell it on, because I don't really have any need for one of those right now. For today, our main aim is to get this handle fabricated so that we can get it to fit Daphne. That does mean that we're going to have to do some cutting and welding. Now, I've genuinely never used a welder before, so this is actually going to be my first go. I have a friend who's a professional fabricator, so whenever I've needed something doing, I've just thrown him a case of beer or, I don't know, a little bit of money or something in return, and, you know, realistically, something that might take me an hour will take him 5 minutes. But despite that, I thought it's about time I learn on my own. So I picked up this cheap stick welder, which I think it was about 90 quid off of Amazon. And it had pretty good reviews, which I was totally relying on because I didn't know what I was looking for. So we got this. I also picked up some, what are these, 6013 welding rods, which apparently are good for beginners, but again, I might be wrong there. So let me know in the comments, guys, if you think I would be better off using a different type of welding rod. And then we've got these masks, gloves, and cutting equipment, which I own. These I borrowed off my fabricator friend, just so I didn't have to buy them, because they're actually pretty expensive. So, but that should be the essentials for today. And if I find the handle, wherever that's gone, the plan is to cut the handle here, take off this extension, which has already been fabricated onto there, cut the handle here, and put a bit of tube in to make this longer, so this handle will be somewhere out here. Now, being in England and winter, of course it's raining outside, so the aim today is basically just to get this handle done. And I'm sure you guys will have a right laugh in the comments over my dreadful results. First time welding, but you know, I've got to get started somewhere, so let's go for it. So this is our box with our new welder in. Get rid of those. This is basically one of the cheapest welders around there. If you go on Amazon, as I say, I think this was about 90 quid. Not very expensive at all. But actually, the earth clamp here feels pretty good quality, like really solid. Sorry, and the welding clamp there feel really solid, so that's good news. This thing is tiny, much smaller than I was expecting it to be. We'll put that there. Get that plugged in. Negative, which I assume is the earth clamp, goes into this one. There's our earth. And our positive, which is our welding clamp, goes into that one, like so. And if we get a bit of scrap metal, as I say guys, this is the first time using this, so I don't know what I'm doing at all. I'm probably doing something horrifically wrong, but if anybody can teach me, I would be very appreciative. Let's get one of these rods, stick it in here like this, move that out of the way. We've got our scrap metal with an earth on. I haven't cleaned this up at all. The welder is on. I've put it on 125, whatever that means, and nothing. Yeah, I'm not very good at this. So I've just managed to, I don't know if you can see that, burn a hole straight through this metal on my very first go. So the first thing we're going to do is actually cut this old bit. This handle here was originally here, and they've already fabricated and put an extra bit of metal on there. We're going to cut this off. We're going to cut this off here, and we're going to extend this using this tube that I've just burnt a hole in, to make it about this long instead. So let's get started. Okay guys, well, my first ever attempt at welding, I don't think that was horrendous. I mean, certainly not great, but these feel like they are together. So I mean, if you guys can give me some comments, tell me what I'm doing wrong, because sometimes it wasn't firing there. You know, so I think sometimes I had it on too high amperage, is that right? I mean, at one point I had it on max. It is on max at the moment, so let me know what you guys think. But the handle is now done, so on the next video we can go ahead and try and get that dumper started. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this video interesting. I suppose the main point out of it is saying that welding can seem kind of daunting, but actually from what I found here, it's really quite easy, and you can do it for quite a reasonable price. I mean, the welding rods are about £15 and the welder was about £90, and then you just need a mask. I didn't even use the gloves in the end, so you know, hopefully that will inspire some people to go out and buy a welder and start making things. You know, I've certainly got room to improve, but yeah, if you like this video or if you found it useful or helpful, please like, please subscribe, and the next video we're gonna use this handle to try and get Daphne the dumper started. So see you next time.